Columbus Crew 2. One of them comes in goal. Javier Otero replaces Carlos Mercado between the sticks. An experienced fullback with Inter Miami 2 last season, but missed last week with a hamstring injury. Good to see. You know what they say? If at first you don't succeed, you try again. We are underway here in Kissimmee, Florida, on the outskirts of Orlando. It is a rainy one, 81 degrees. A light drizzle already coming down here in Kissimmee. Classic Florida weather here as we enter the late spring. Outswinger. It stood up at the back post, cleared only as far as Zakaria Taifi. It's Taifi with the low driver, and Hibbert will pounce on it and pass his first test of the night. There is your look at the 20-year-olds. Steve Cook has praised his development confidently. Said that last season he learned to play with his feet more, manage the game better, and during a 3-match loan spell to Birmingham around the midway point of last year, he learned a lot at playing at the professional game against players a little older than him. Said that there were a few mistakes he made that actually wound up costing Birmingham results during his 3-match loan tenure there, but he learned from them and taken short to Blante. Chong Kui bashing it back in. It was a teasing ball. It falls. That effort smashed away. Carmichael back in the mixer. Headed along and knocked in! Atlanta striking first, and it's Luke Brennan who opens Atlanta United 2's account for 2025. You see, this is just smashed away, and Orlando switches off for a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen,
ball comes in from Carmichael, and the excellent flick-on header perfectly into the path of Brennan, who taps it in for security. And sprayed long. Taifi, flag stays down. Taifi at the near post, an excellent stop from Hibbert. Chance not lost just yet. Solis flashing it to Mohamed. Another coming together in the area, and once again the referee waves away appeals. Contact for a penalty. Let's take another look. You see, cross is deflected. It is a 50-50. It does appear Hibbert gets there first. Recent draft pick in this past year's MLS Super Draft by Atlanta. Carmichael was hunting Neri. Instead, Atlanta settles for yet another corner. The 5th of the evening for the Five Stripes. Tablante beginning to get target practice from this far side. Goes short this time. Dangerous ball in from Tablante, and the flick-on nearly nestled its way in. Just whistling wide of that far post. This is another clever routine dreamed up by the set-piece coach. Tablante gets this ball on his right. You see the flick-on, which appears to come from Monteferro. Was intended for Neri, but nearly had a date with that left post. Just a whisker wide of it. Well, plenty to think about if you're Orlando. There was a promising 3 to 4 minute window after conceding where they looked like they would respond. Now it's been more of the same. One-way traffic for the bulk of this first half, continuing after the Atlanta goal as well. Platt sprays this wide. And Mohamed was first to it. Ellis, 17-year-old academy product. Getting it back from Solis, and the equalizer for Orlando. It is Justin Ellis' first of the season. The young striker bringing OCB level. This is terrific interplay, and Justin Ellis, the beneficiary. You see him just link up with the 1-2 with Solis. He takes one touch. This is a very difficult finish from a tight angle, and kisses it off. To Blante. On the same wavelength as Carmichael. And that will do it for our first half. Well, a first half that opened quite cagily ahead of the final 45 minutes. We are back underway from Osceola Heritage Park. Orlando and Atlanta locking horns in what should be a very fun second half. Sam Goldfarb welcoming you back into Kissimmee, Florida. An opening 45 in which Atlanta bossed things, but Orlando finding an equalizer late and flashing a bit more cutting edge. There's the ball in from Sesak and immediately stabbed away by Colin Gusky for yet another Atlanta corner. They had 5 of them in the first half and beginning to really calibrate some of those deliveries from both flanks. It is Moises Tablante who's been the go-to corner taker, really irrespective of side. This will be with in-swing, if he even opts to go direct. Hooked towards the heart of the area. Headed along by Dunham, the flick on, it's still loose. No whistle from the official after the coming together. And Solis able to carry out of danger. Or perhaps back into danger. Neri wins it back and rippling it off the side netting. Curling toward the back stick and bashed home. Shaq Muhammad gives Orlando the lead. OCB has turned it on its head, and it's last season's top goal scorer that opens his account in 2025. Terrific delivery. Muhammad meets it to perfection and lasering it in. Picking out Neri. Now Chong Kui tries from afar, and an excellent stop at full extension by Otero. Well, Chong Kui put his boots through this. Appeared destined for top bins, but Otero timing it to perfection. Sets up Atlanta for yet another corner. To Blante's delivery, and too tight on Otero in the end. Well, Javier Otero, his first start of the season for OCB. Plenty of experience, though. 9 clean sheets in 52 previous appearances over the last 5 years with Orlando City. Played through to Carmichael here. Too close on Otero, who had to deal with it a bit awkwardly. And now at 18 years of age, appears to be a mainstay in the holding midfield position in this 4-2-3-1. Monteferro. Terrific ball forward. Flag stays down for Carmichael. This is Brennan. Sesak. Sanchez. Dunham. In space, deflected. Otero got his palms to it, and the follow-up also denied from Neri. Well, the deflection actually does him no favors here as well. It makes it more difficult to read the path. You see Otero just get a couple sets of gloves to it, reflexes to also deny Neri. Keeps Orlando in front for now. Chong Kui floating it in, and this one much more routine. Muhammad. Flag stays down. He's forced wide by Mazzaferro. Carballo. And still Gustavo Carballo. Carballo! Nearly picking out that far corner. You think the chances may be lost here, and Carballo invents something out of virtually nothing. Just cuts inside the much more experienced Mazzaferro. Cesok to deliver. Tries towards the near post. It was awkward, headed across goal, and there's the equalizer. Atlanta level. And Ronan Wynn at least involved. He's the one claiming it. The question is, did it take the final touch off 38 in sky blue? Well, again, off of a set piece, Atlanta scrapping one. It's an inviting delivery from Cesok. Neri heading it across. It's no coincidence, both their goals have come in directly off set pieces. This comes out to Torres momentarily. And Taifi loses it. Torres again. Aiden Torres! Bashing it right over the crossbar. Well, that was one for the cameras, but no final product on it. It was rising and just never dropped, but it looked quite dangerous. Carballo giving chase. And the flag stays down. A bit too much dribbling, it seems.
Correction, 3 minutes.
It's been changed to 3 minutes of added time. Carmichael. He's bundled over, and it is a ferocious studs-up tackle. Rodriguez entering the book late. Well, there is the full-time whistle. The spoils shared this evening from Osceola Heritage Park. And Gusky strokes it home confidently. Excellent placement, bottom left, and a positive start from OCB. Well, you see Hibbert guesses right, but the placement is so good that he can't get. So it is Carmichael against Otero to begin the shootout for Atlanta. And it's off the crossbar. Early advantage Orlando. Well, it had the power. He was trying to go top corner, and he just overcooked it. A bit hit or miss for someone who was the designated taker. And Solis tucking it in. 2 to the good for OCB. Well, it's not the most power, but again, opts for placement, and fortunate that Hibbert died. Mazzaferro, and it's saved! Otero guessing the right way and palming it away. He can push Atlanta to the brink here. And he drives it home. Power and accuracy, and Atlanta must be perfect from here on out. Well, you see the stutter step on the run-up. He sends Hibbert the wrong way. He needs to score to keep Atlanta alive. Neri against Otero, and Neri tucks it in confidently. For the time being, Atlanta with a lifeline. Although now the onus falls on Jaden Hibbert to keep them alive. Stutter step, just opts for placement. Clapier converts, and Orlando with an extra point in the standings tonight. Dyson Clapier in his first experience.